This is me, Aezaz Malic. I'm an avid reader myself, and today I will be talking about the power of reading. Well, let me start with a short story. Once there was a boy. He had millions of toys. His room was filled with the toys, but he was bored. He climbed down the stairs to the basement, but the basement was empty. At least it appeared at first. But then he found a family of mice. He started playing with the mice. He found a cool, quiet place to rest and think. He met a spider and they made a web together. He opened the windows and he saw the windows open to the other universes, to the other worlds. He liked it. He loved it. He found an awesome flying machine. He made it work. He wanted to tell it to someone, so he went to find a friend. And yeah, he did find a friend. He found a tiger. Yeah, that's right, a roaring tiger. He and his friend, the tiger, started playing a game, and the game went to go on forever and ever. The boy realized that it's late and he has to go back for dinner. So he climbed back to his room, up the stairs. He went to tell his mother that he had been in the basement and he had been playing with a friend. The mother said, "But son, you don't have a basement." The boy thought to himself, I guess he doesn't know about the basement. Or maybe she doesn't know about the ladder. That's right, my friend. If you haven't found your ladder, you got it. If you are living in the room of your mind, and if you are playing with the same thoughts that are in your toys every single day, then you will get bored. You will get bored. You ought to get bored. So you have to find your ladder if you haven't yet. Books can do that. Imagination can do that. Imagination can be that ladder that will connect you to the other worlds, which has the possibilities of the unimaginable. Imagination can do that. Books can do that. Reading can do that. Books truly are the doorway to the other universes. Well, I'm an avid reader myself, as I told you. Now let me tell you, this habit of mine has transformed me. It has truly changed my life in many ways. It has broadened my perspective. It has broadened my point of view. This is a habit worth nurturing. Well, let me explain. You see, our human mind, it is like a sponge. It absorbs everything. It soaks everything that comes towards its way. Anything, and especially at our age, at our young age. So if you're sitting in front of a TV screen watching the latest celebrity gossip, or if you're watching a movie, or if you are scrolling down to Facebook, or if you are watching the same redundant, repeating and over-exaggerated news every single day, that is what your thoughts will revolve around. But if you control what enters your mind, and if you read the right books, your thoughts will be much more clear, and your character will be much more rich. You will be smart, you will be knowledgeable, you will have the know-how of things. And most of all, you will be peaceful. You will have the inner peace. You see, when you try to read, you try to remain a global perspective, or better yet, a universal perspective. You read about the history of your nation, and you read about the history of other nations. You read about your culture, and you read about other culture. When you read about and when you dissect and when you analyze and think about the culture you live in and the culture that other people live in, you see what are the differences. You connect the dots. You learn from the experiences of other people. And not only that you learn from the experiences of other people from the past, if you connect the dots, because you have the knowledge, if you are wise enough to connect the dots properly, you can, my friend, predict the future. Yeah, you can. Have you ever wondered what sort of person you would have been if you were born and raised in Africa, or America, or China? Well, here's a better question. What if you were born in the Middle Earth? Yeah, or in the medieval ages? What if you were a hobbit from the Lord of the Rings? George R. R. Martin said, Well, George R. R. Martin, you may know him as the writer of the epic Game of Thrones. He said, a reader lives 1,000 lives before he dies, whereas a person who doesn't read, he only lives one. So you tell me, my friend, do you want to live only one life, or do you want to live as many lives as you can in just a little short, tiny life that you are given? Well, I would definitely choose to live as many lives as I can. Books can do that. By reading history, by reading the stories of other people, or even reading fiction or fantasy, you get a great deal of knowledge. It is like having a time machine. You can visit any era, any age, any place at any time you want. You can not only visit that, what's the best part is you can live that. You see, you can not only see into the past and learn all the experiences of the other people or the characters, but you can actually see the pattern. You can learn from their experiences. You can predict the future. You are many steps ahead of the people that you are in competition with. Well, let me ask you a question. Which one of these did Einstein say? Number one, imagination is better than knowledge. Or some people say it as imagination is more important than knowledge. Or the second one, the quite famous, knowledge can take you from A to B, whereas imagination can take you anywhere. Yeah? That is correct. Both of these. That is the power of imagination. You see, as you read and learn, you will come up with the solutions of the problems that people thought, that everyone thought were impossible. Can you imagine the type of world you would live in if every person can start thinking for themselves? That would be a pretty awesome world to live in. I can imagine that. One of the most influential people of the modern history that I personally am truly astounded by him is Steve Jobs. Yeah, that is right, the famous Steve Jobs of the Apple and Pixar. The reason so many of us are fascinated by his character is because he was a pioneer, he was a revolutionary, he was a thinker, he was a leader, he was something. And his ideas and his imagination were so wild. They were so wild and ahead of their times, but guess what? He accomplished his wildest ideas and dreams. The world saw him move closer to his goals regardless of how far they seemed at their time. Come on, Macintosh, a truly personal computer in the 1980s? Or the iPod, 1,000 songs in your pocket? The iPhone, a truly portable mobile phone, a smart communication breakthrough internet device, and a touchscreen iPod, and they were together. They were far ahead of their time. Steve, well, he was logical. He had the imagination of a child. He can think the things that other people, his competitors, could not think of. He could think for himself. These are the skills that we got to build for ourselves. And I'm pretty sure that we have got all of these skills inside of us. We just need to work harder on that. You may ask, what allowed Steve to do all that? Where did it all start? Where did it all start for Steve Jobs? Well, in his autobiography, Steve Jobs said, it all started when I started reading. My adventure started when I started reading. If he can do that, and he can change the world for the better, we can do that. So read and learn. Yeah, read and learn. Read and learn. Imagine and take action. Imagine and take action. Imagine and take action until your imagination becomes a part of your reality. Good luck.